In this video, I'll show you how to upgrade your existing copy of AlarmTraq to AlarmTraq 6.0 using the SQL Server database that we created during the last step. The first step of any upgrade is always to back up your AlarmTraq database. So I'm going to close AlarmTraq, locate the Microsoft Access database file, which was installed by default under C, Program Files, and AlarmTraq. The file name is alarmtraq.mdb, and I want to grab that, make a copy of it, and paste it to my desktop. This file will be used later on when we're populating our new SQL Server database. Once the Microsoft Access database file has been copied to the desktop or another secure location, we'll go ahead and uninstall AlarmTraq just like any other Windows program using the Control Panel and Add Remove Programs. So I'll just click on AlarmTraq and remove. Okay, so once AlarmTraq's been removed from your computer, you'll want to download the latest AlarmTraq 6.0 installation file from the support site. I've already done so and have the zip file right here. So first I'll open up the alarmtraq.zip file. And we'll notice there's three files that get extracted. The location of where we're going to extract these files is very important because AlarmTraq, when running as a service, on the very first time it starts, needs to be able to access the alarmtraq.msi file. So we don't want to save this to a desktop folder or a folder off of a user's desktop. So I'm just going to go ahead into my computer, right off the C drive, and install a new folder. And we're going to call that folder just AlarmTraq install. You can name this folder anything you like, as long as it's right off the root of C, so the local server's account has access to that file. Now I'm just going to go ahead and extract the files. To the newly created directory. Okay, that's complete. Now when I go to my computer, C, the AlarmTraq install directory, we've got our MSI file, an auto-run INF, and the install.bat. In order to install AlarmTraq, we're just going to double-click on the install.bat file. That'll bring up the installer. And we'll just follow all the default settings. If you receive an error regarding any files that are protected by Windows, you can just go ahead and click OK and continue with the installation. Great, installation is complete. You'll notice a new shortcut has been added to your desktop to restart AlarmTraq. Once AlarmTraq has been installed, we'll go ahead and double-click the shortcut on the desktop. This will bring up our SQL Server connection information that is required by AlarmTraq. So we'll enter the name of the SQL Server that we installed our database on. We'll select SQL Server Authentication, usually with the System Administrator's login. And we'll test the connection. In this case, we were able to connect with the server, no problem. So I'll click OK to save the changes. And it's going to ask me for the AlarmTraq database that we're going to be passing this information to. So I'm going to open up the alarmtraq.mdb file that we backed up in the previous step. And now it's going to ask me if I want to convert my database. We've already got our Microsoft Access database path right here, and we've just created a connection string to talk to the SQL Server database. So we'll go ahead and click on Convert Now. All right, all records have been transferred to the SQL Server. Depending on the number of alarms in your Microsoft Access database, this could take some time. If you have more than 50,000 alarm records in your Access database, we could be talking 15 or 20 minutes before the entire database is transferred over. In this case, we have a fairly small database. So I'll go ahead and close that up. Now I can start AlarmTraq, and let's see if we see our database in there. See, we're starting out with version 6.018, and there they are. There are all our existing alarms. So we're now running AlarmTraq 6.0 with the SQL Server. And you can go ahead and test AlarmTraq at this point, but your system has now been upgraded.